What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be ranking the top 10 best dark matter cards in NBA 2K25 My Team. Right now, before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 50,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into it, and let's start off with the number 10 spot. Remember, this list is absolutely loaded. Outside of number 10, I'd say every card on this list is extremely competitively elite, and even this number 10 card, Mark Eaton, is still absolutely competitively viable. A 7'4" big, 7'8" wingspan, 90 speed, 95 standing and 90 driving dunk, 98 interior, 99 block. Defensively, he is an absolute monster. Finishing wise, he's an absolute monster. Just across the board, he's an awesome card. He's a capable shooter. His defense on the perimeter can be a little bit of a question mark. 84 perimeter, 84 agility, 84 speed. It's like a little slow, and that can be a little annoying, but at 7'4", it helps make up for that. His jumper's solid, and I mean, there's very few cards in my team that are better on the interior than Mark Eaton is, especially with how big his player build is and just how solid of an overall card I find Eaton to be. So we got him at the number 9 spot on, or number 10 spot on the list. Number 9 is Elton Brand. This card is awesome. There's like almost nothing to nitpick, but that's kind of the thing with the most of the rest of these cards, is something about them is awesome. And like Elton Brand, he's just extremely well-rounded. Good defender, great finisher, great shooter, super solid playmaker, fast, versatile athlete, good jumper, Pro 2 fade, Garland, Curry, Trey. I mean, it's kind of everything you want in terms of overall movement, sigs, animations. Like a very, very good card, and I think he's absolutely a top option. I have no issues whatsoever with Elton Brand being at number 9 on this list. It almost feels a little bit low with how good of his jumper he has. He's got good size, he's got great dribble animations, like just a really good all-around card, and definitely a card who I personally view as one of the best dark matter small forwards in the game. The problem is there's 3 elite dark matter small forwards on this list, so it's kind of tough to put them all super high. Number up is Richard Jefferson, another card who, I mean, great at the shooting guard position. A guy who can be a primary ball handler on one end of the court and a versatile high-level on-ball defender on the other end. Doesn't really do anything poorly. His badges are extremely complete. His jumper's great. Garland dribble style, Curry escape, Trey behind the back, Levine step back, Pro 2 fade. Don't love the size, but that's like the only thing you really criticize. And yet I only have him at number 8. Just goes to show how loaded this list is, and I feel like I got to be very nitpicky, and some of these guys do have to be towards the bottom end of this list. So for me, I have Richard Jefferson at the number 8 spot. I really like this card, but I will say the one time I really tried to showcase him in an Attainables episode, I wasn't as impressed with his primary ball handling as I was hoping I would be, although I don't think I played that great in that game either. But for me, he feels fair, and I think it's totally reasonable to have him at number 8. Number 7, Kenyan Martin. Slightly better than Elton Brand, mainly because I like his jumper a little more. He's very similar. He's another versatile on-ball ball handler, great defender, awesome defender. And he's only got Hoff set shot specialist in terms of Hoff shooting badges, but a 94 3-ball with KPJ base, Sexton upper absolutely gets the job done at a high level. Not to mention Garland dribble style, Kemba escape, Trey behind the back, Pro 2 fade. Honestly, very similar to Elton Brand in terms of the animations he has. I prefer his jumper. It's the main reason that I have him a little bit above Elton, but they're both really good, and I feel like almost it's just tough because all 3 of these cards I feel like you could make arguments for top 5, but it's just tough in terms of there's so many good options at this point in the year. Number 6 is going to be the best point guard, the only point guard on this list. The best dark matter point guard in this game, in my opinion, is Rudy Fernandez, pretty easily. 96 speed, 95 3, 95 driving dunk, 90 perimeter, 90 steal, bunch of defensive hops, which help make up for slightly mediocre stats. He's great offensively too, though. Posterizer, deadeye, limitless, set shot, shifty, dimer, handles for days, lightning launch, ankle assassin, whatever you want, he's pretty much got it. J.R. Smith base, just Cam Christie upper on, very quick with Pro 2 fade, Garland, Francis, Trey. Amazing sigs, amazing jumper, Pro 2 fade. I mean, he's basically invincible J.R. Smith at the point guard position as a dark matter. That's how good this card is, and I think the only reason I really have him number 6 is probably because he's only 6'6". Against the best of the best lineups wise, he might be a little small. It's about it. It's really the only thing I can really truly criticize. Next up at number 5, Joe Smith, 6'10". I prefer him over Kmart and Elton. He's a little bigger than both of them are. His player build is noticeably bigger, and he's got the same type of movement and release that they do. Great jumper, Pro 2 fade, Garland, Kemba, Trey. I would say Kmart's jumper is probably a little bit better than Joe Smith's, but I really like D-Rob base. D-Rob's upper this year isn't great, but his base is awesome, especially on a righty jumper with Oscar upper. It definitely gets the job done. I really like Joe Smith, and I love his size and switchability. He's got very similar animations and stats and badges overall to a guy like Kenyan Martin or Elton Brand, but the improved defensive switchability that I feel like he provides with how big his player build is enough for me to put him a couple spots higher than those guys. Number 4 is going to be Dikembe Mutombo. he just doesn't do much off the dribble. That's about the only thing to criticize. Really, that's the only thing you're going to be able to criticize with these next few cards. A big, versatile, athletic, switchable defender with an incredible jumper and dominant interior presence. That's what Dikembe is. He's one of the best big men in my team still, and I personally absolutely have him as a top 4 card. I think you could make the argument even higher if you wanted to. His jumper is incredible. His defensive switchability is unreal. The only thing he doesn't truly do at a high level is some of the stuff when it comes to shot creation, because he's just not, that's not what he's there for. You know what I mean? He does everything else well, but he's not really there to be an on the ball scorer by any means, which as a 7-2 power forward center hybrid, that's totally fine. Next up is going to be Rick Smits. I think Rick Smits is probably my favorite attainable center in the game, although he is only the 2nd center on this list. 7'4" with a 7'8" wingspan, 86 speed, 84'3", 95 standing, and 90 driving dunk. 97 interior, 97 block. Defensively, he's awesome. I mean, this is just a really good card. He's very, very good. And the thing about him as well is 7'4" with a 7'8" wingspan with the type of jumper he's got. He's like a better version of a Mark Eaton to me. He's a little bit faster. He's basically the same size, and he's got a better jumper as well. I look at this card as a much better version of Mark Eaton, because he goes from mediocre jumper with Eaton to elite jumper with Rick Smits, and on a faster card too, with basically the same size. Feels very reasonable to have him at the number 3 spot. Number 2, this might be a little bit of an unpopular one. I don't know. I'm interested to hear what y'all think about Taco. I love Taco. I find his jumper great. He's also the biggest card in the game at the Dark Matter tier, as far as I'm aware. 7'5" with an 8'2" wingspan. There are things to criticize, and it would mainly be 84 speed, 84 agility, 85 perimeter, very similar to Mark Eaton. Speed can be a little bit annoying, but even with only an 83 ball, his jumper's great. He's honestly, no matter what card tier you're thinking, he might be the most dominant inside finisher in all of my team, like period. And that includes Go Yao, like pretty much everybody. He is right there with the very glitchiest and best inside finishers. Like I said, the jumper's great too. Does he do anything off the dribble? No, not at all. Is he gonna occasionally have a couple of bad defensive possessions? Yeah, probably. As a whole, is he an absolutely incredible card who I think is the number 2 Dark Matter? Yes, I do. That being said, my favorite Dark Matter in the game is Cedric Maxwell. Honestly, when you look at him on paper, 6'8", 7-foot wingspan, he's very similar to like a Richard Jefferson. The stats and badges are great. They're very well rounded. He's an awesome looking card. He's got great animations. The thing for me though, he's got every sig. He's got Garland, he's got Francis, he's got Kemba, he's got D-Fox cross, he's got Trey behind the back, he's got Levine step back, he's got Halliburton Hezzy, he's got Pro 2, he's got a great jumper. He literally isn't missing anything. There's not a single thing you look at and nitpick and go, oh, I don't like that. And he's a 6'8" shooting guard with a 7-foot wingspan as well. So he's got a big player build. He's just one of those guys who literally does everything well. And I just don't think there's anything to nitpick. I think he's as good as pretty much every single invincible shooting guard. He's on the level of truly the best shooting guards in the game. Like the only ones definitively better than him are GOAT KD, GOAT Beasley, and Invincible KD, pretty much in my opinion. He is that good. And I think he's the best Dark Matter in the game. I love this Cedric Maxwell card, as I have talked about many times on this channel. And I do think he deserves that number 1 spot. So with that being said, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.